Space for my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show.
Hello. There we go. Here we are. Gosh. And this is going to be the best show ever. And yet now, it's still going to be the best show ever. Psych! I don't let these kind of things get me down. I am Notme, I am Art, and I am welcoming you to the Most Week show. It is currently 9:08 on the 23rd of February 2020. Unless you're watching later on YouTube, in which case click the like button, because there's already enough for a like. I've already solved a problem. What is more art than solving problems? Yeah? But if you are watching on Twitch right now, you are here with me, right here and right now. We are sharing the same time and cyberspace, and I thank you for that. If we were together physically, I would show my appreciation for you, physically, with a hug, with a kiss, or with a little friendly squeeze of your thigh. As 'tis, the best I can do is raise a glass to you. And you can raise a glass to me as well, if you like. That's absolutely fine. Nobody's going to stop you. We like to start this show with a toast. So here goes. Ladies and gentlemen, cherished acolytes, to you, and to me, and to those still using CDs. Let's keep it retro. Cheers. Oh, that is a lovely bit of fruit punch this morning. What's everybody else drinking? Everybody else drinking something nice, I hope. This is just raspberry, grape and cherry, organic, natch. I had a desire this week. I wanted to drink something like this. So I went and I just bought it, and I don't regret a thing. Here's the thing. Capitalism is a form-fitting corset that makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, but makes it harder to breathe for everybody. But then sometimes you have a dream about a raspberry fruit punch, and then you're able to just go out and buy it and drinking, and you're left thinking, is capitalism all bad? Is it all bad? I don't provide answers, I just give questions. The only answer I know that this morning, this punch is going down smooth. It is going down as smooth as family simile time. Gosh. Segue much? Complete this simile. As smooth as. As smooth as what? As smooth as what? Well, use your hearts, use your brains, use your imaginospheres to complete this simile as creatively as possible, and then leave it in the comment to the side. Make it topical, make it visual, make it poetic, make it absurd, make it whatever you want it to be, as long as it's something that you are proud of. And at the end of the show, I'll pick a winner. And if that's you, your name will go on the ticker below here for the next show. It was Nana Hobob last week with As Sick as These Beats, and what a sick simile that was. A deserving winner for the ticker below. Next week, it could be you. So get commenting, okay? As smooth as. Let's get creative. How about the beats? Let's go for a cool wipe. Ooh! How about the sick music in that countdown? Speaking of sickness, in that countdown, were you getting down to it? I hope you were. I know I was. Some delicious beats there. A little hip-hop vibe. I usually actually go for something a bit more synthy, as regular fans will know. But today, 'twas hip-hop. As a little nod towards, actually, a little bit of BTS, behind-the-scenes stuff. The original theme of this week. The other week, we did a Super Bowl show. Everything in the show was Super Bowl related. And this week was going to be the same, but for Black History Month. This is going to be the last Most Week show in February. Obviously, we're coming to the end of Black History Month, and I just wanted to celebrate that, Celebrate the month in general, not that it was ending. But then I talked to Cameraman George, my boy, Cameraman George, and I told him my ideas. I showed him some of the musings that I'd had, some of the dances I was planning, an insightful commentary that I had on the black experience, and he said no. He was actually quite strenuously against the idea, and I said, well, I think it's going to be really good. I feel like my voice is a voice that needs to be heard at a time like this. And he said it definitely wasn't. And I said, well, I think I can actually do quite a lot of good here for the black community. And he said he would buy me a present if I didn't do an episode on Black History Month. And I know that he doesn't actually have that much money, so that was quite a strong gesture. As much as I really wanted to do it because I felt it would be good, partly good for me, but mostly good for black people in general. I also wanted a fidget spinner, and now I have a fidget spinner. So that's spinning. They'll just say spinning. I don't know why Cameraman George was so against the idea. I know what you're thinking. But I don't think he is racist. He listens to a lot of rap. More rap than I, certainly. And I actually also know for a fact that his celebrity hall pass top 5, that he has with his wife, contains both Rihanna and Tatiana Ali. So the signs pointing no racist, but maybe it's like when people are, homophobic and they're secretly homosexual. But reverse. In reverse. Anyway, I was going to do a lot of stuff for Black History Month. This is quite a naked backdrop. I was going to do some cool stuff for the backdrop, but I had to change it last minute. So now that means that I have a print off of Dr. Martin Luther King there. I don't know what to do with it. Similarly, I've got one of Don Cheadle. I don't know what to do with them. If you want them, let me know. If you want either of those printouts, I'll sign them. I'll send them on to you. Black History Month. But look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can see right through it because it's going so quickly. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Where and what and who and why? Is she for real? Am I going to die? Whose genes are these? How big is a crow? If you ask Notme, then you'll know.
I know we're talking about Ask Notme here, but checking out some of these comments. As smooth as a Christmas bauble. I actually misread that first as a Christmas buble. Either one would be a fantastic option. Christmas buble is the smoothest type of buble. And Christmas bauble, how do they get them so smooth? I don't know. And Nana Hobob going for a repeat victory, as smooth as Billy D. Williams, representing Colt 45. I don't know what Colt 45 is, but I know that anything associated with Billy D. Williams, smooth as you like. Smooth as you like. So, Ask Notme. This week is a very simple question from a regular watcher, Juice Dota. Are you here, Juice? Maybe not. Juice Dota asked last week, could you turn up your mic relative to the videos? Well, as it turns out, I couldn't. The mic was already at top volume. So what to do? Well, I realised that I could just turn down the volume on the videos, on the art bet videos, and all of the other bits and pieces. Problem solved, right? Well, actually, no, because I believe the issue lay with the transitional videos, the Ask Notme, the Well Done You, the art bet transitional videos. The volume for those can't be adjusted within the program that I use for broadcasting. So after some deliberation, my solution was to re-export the transitional videos with a reduced volume, and then swap out the transitional videos currently in the program with the new, quieter transitions. And you should have seen, or rather heard, the difference at the start of this particular segment. Why am I explaining all of this technical jargon to you? 2 reasons. 1, because it's flippin' difficult making this show, and I wanted you to know that. Yeah? I do all of this. Everything is me. This, under here, over over the purple stuff on the back. The lights. It's all me. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't organise the transitional videos on his show. Michael Parkinson never had to worry about the quality of his stream, which is over 5,000 kilobytes per second right now. You're welcome. Larry King doesn't write or perform his own raps. All I'm saying, I've got a lot of balls in the air, and it wouldn't kill you to compliment that once in a while. And 2, feedback from you guys will make this improve much quicker. This can be technical feedback, i.e. your microphone isn't on, or conceptual feedback, i.e. I wish you did more segments featuring Jesus. This is our show, even though I do literally everything. And I want it to be the best example of Livetainment ever. Actually, I want it to be even better than the best example of Livetainment ever. Because currently, the best example of Livetainment ever was last week's show. You dig? So, Juice Dota, thank you so much for asking that question, for challenging me, and we did it this morning. TB Douglas, we can't hear you. Nana Hobub, stream muted. These kind of feedbacks help me, as this would not be a show without you guys. So thank you so much. If you'd like a question answered next week, drop a Q in the comments of any of my videos, this one included, or email me. I am Notme, I am art@gmail.com, and you might just be featured on an upcoming Ask Notme. There it is. I'm just going to go for a very quick, I'm going to check out some of these comments. What does Cameraman George do for the show, asks TB Douglas. Cameraman George doesn't really do anything for this show, aside from filming some of the, he films a lot of the art bets, and gets involved in that. He is generally, I don't like him being within my home this early in the morning. I like to be able to build up. It seems unprofessional for him to arrive so early, especially on a weekend morning. It's pretty much just me and Jesus here. Jesus is just chilling in bed, catching up on his Z's. So Cameraman George does very little to the live portion of this show, but the pre-recorded portions, he will film those, and he does get paid adequately for his time. Nana Hobart, conceptual feedback, Adidas, thumbs up. Oh, you like this, do you? You want to know where this is from? You want to know how I've got this? Do you? Is that what you want to know? Well, let's do it.
Because though I'm great, there's lots of art I see that's made by artists that are almost but not quite as good as me. I am a giver, super selfless, gather round to see just who will get a most sought after, not me branded. Well done, you.
It's just, I would have had other things up here, and the well done you would have been a different Kevin Hart, don't know what to do with it. So, as we can see, we are saying well done you to Pete Howard Roach. Pete Howard Roach. Why Pete Howard Roach? And who is Pete Howard Roach? Well, let me tell you a little story. You guys are awesome. I've explained that to you many times before, and you really like me. Those two things may be linked. When people like someone else, especially a celebrity like me, they want to buy them things. It happens all the time. Celebrities get bought all kinds of stuff that they don't have to pay for, even though they could because they're the rich ones. Remember I was talking about capitalism before? It's not all good either. Yes, you get your fruit punches, but you also get, celebrities getting a lot of stuff that they don't really deserve. Gosh, that fruit punch. It's happened twice with me. People have bought me things. Once they bought me a cool pair of glasses, once for a sick woolly hat. But I thought, well, how long am I going to keep on being lucky? It's only a matter of time before somebody buys me something rubbish, like a watch or a left-handed pair of scissors, because I'm right-handed. Yeah? So I made an Amazon list. Let's have a little check out of this Amazon list. And it's pretty standard. Some cool stuff on here. Not that one. Where is it? No. Oh, it's in the... Okay. Window... Amazon.com. Here we are. Okay, yeah, so it's got some cool stuff on it. A robe, sketch pad, a cool color-changing light bulb. I thought that was cool. I thought it'd be amazing if there was a way to set up so you guys could affect the color of the light bulb through the internet. I don't know whether that'd work. Flippy floppies, Sharpies, some cool lights, a camera that costs $2,500. Lots of cool stuff. I mean, yes, that is very expensive for some people, but do you know what? I wouldn't want to insult you by assuming that you couldn't afford it. Does that make sense? So there's lots of cool stuff on there. And I did that for last Christmas just in case, as I say, somebody wanted to buy me something for Christmas. Now, nobody did, which is, you know, fine, is whatever. Luckily, I had stocked up on Secret Santas. See last episode for an explanation of those. I thought nothing of it. You know, I know that times are tough. But then, out of nowhere, this bomb tracksuit arrived in the post. Could you look how dope it is? Would you say hella dope? I think I'd say hella dope. And then an email arrived from a chap I'd never met or heard of called Pete Howard Roach. He said he'd sent the tracksuit because he'd come across my profile on Instagram and he liked what he saw. Can you believe that? Inspired by my work, he has now given me an art uniform of sorts, all for free. Let's get a picture of Pete. I wanna make him famous. I asked him for a picture, and he sent this picture. Look at Pete. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart Pete is. Just, gosh, what a lovely chap, giving me this for free. I say free. Actually, it's not quite for free. Pete did ask for something in return, a quid pro quo, so to speak. But all he wanted in return was some art. That's all he wanted. Specifically photographs of me wearing the tracksuit. He wants to see it in action. It makes sense. All he wanted. I mean, here we go. Let's have a look at some of the pictures that was sent to Pete. All he wanted was one full body facing, one full body reverse, one waist up facing, one waist up reverse, one waist up 3/4 right, one waist up 3/4 left, one head and shoulders facing, one head and shoulders reverse, one head and shoulders left, one head and shoulders right, one through a blue gel, one pretending to be a cheetah, one peeking around a corner, one looking down from the balcony like the Beatles' greatest hits, one reading the New York Times Sunday Style section, one sunbathing at night, one holding a banana, one laughing with my reflection, one with some Nutella on my face, one with bare feet, one cradling some dead flowers, 4 pretending to be an archer, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 eating the banana, 1 from a weird perspective so it looks like I'm hanging off a cliff, 1 holding Jesus, 1 in front of the Space Needle, 1 sitting on the toilet, 1 of just my bum, 1 with my bare feet covered in cooking flour, and 1 with all my glasses. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. And that's it. And I just think, gosh, what a wonderful person, what a wonderful chap, what a wonderful selfless act that is. Right? And I think you'd agree with that. So, Pete, if I can call you Pete, for supporting the artist you love, for buying me a tracksuit that is, without any exaggeration, fresh to death, and for asking for only art in return, I say well done you. Pete, good on you. I'm going to put a link to my Amazon wishlist in the description of the video. I'm also going to pop it in the comments right now. Bosh. There we go. So if anyone wants to be like Pete, and why wouldn't you want to be like this chap? What a sweetheart. Then you can do that right now. So well done to that. Nana Hobop, a small price to pay. Absolutely. Absolutely. TB Douglas, why do you have tape on your tracksuit? It's something that I've seen a lot on TV. When people go on shows and they have prominent logos visible. they put tape over it to, make sure it's not advertising. And I know that this show is only watched by, a handful of people right now. Eventually, it's going to be watched by, do you want to say millions? I guess we're going to say millions. Yeah, eventually, I suppose. And I just want to get into good habits now. As with a lot of things in my life, I think it's just wiser for me to act right now as if I'm already incredibly famous. That's my tactic. That's my tactic. That's how I choose to live my life. There it is.
To challenge yourself, it's too system. I'll give you options you can pick. Take a guess, see if you won. It's not for money, just for fun.
It's everybody's favourite time of the week. I mean, is it everybody's favourite? I realise I just waded into that with absolutely nothing to back it up. I enjoy it a lot. It's a part of the show where I feel a bit challenged, and I enjoy feeling challenged. I think it's important in this day and age to feel challenged. So, but let's not beat about the bush, because this is a long one, and we're already way over. So, without further ado, Notme, are you there? Over to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge will be undertaken by my son, Jesus, who is such a good boy. In today's crazy, mixed-up world, healthy food costs more than unhealthy food. Isn't that bananas? Bananas, of course, being one of the few exceptions, as they are very healthy and very, very cheap, especially when you consider how filling they can be. I mean, if you eat 2 bananas, that can be lunch if you've had a decent enough breakfast. Anyway, it seems as though we as consumers are having to work harder than ever in order to eat healthily, and it is that issue that we shall be exploring through this art challenge. I will represent the food industry. The healthy food will be represented by this small punnet of blueberries. Jesus here will represent you, the consumer. And the floor will represent the corruption of food, be it through high prices, harmful chemicals and pesticides, or, somebody coughing on a piece of broccoli in a supermarket or something. I mean, they'll put a sneeze guard up for a salad bar, but it's really the Wild West for the rest of the fruit and veg. There's absolutely nothing to stop somebody just wiping it. You're really taking your life into your own hands when you shop there. I will throw the food at the floor with the aim of corrupting it. The only way for our consumer to consume healthy food is if they catch that food before it hits the floor. That's his challenge. Your art bet is simply, how many will he be able to catch? Back to you, not me.
You'll notice there, of course, here's the things to consider. You'll notice there, of course, that by the time I filmed that, I hadn't worked out the tape thing, so the Adidas thing is pretty prominent. I mean, they've been mentioned several times already in this episode, so I think whatever good I did by covering up the logo has been undone. And that's fine. It happened over the course of the art. So things to consider. Let's see what things are to consider here. I'll be throwing 4 blueberries for Jesus to catch. 4. Logic would say 5. I initially thought it'd be 5, but when I thought about it, it's 4 for reasons that I'll get into in a minute. Thing number 2, Jesus has been catching food for some time now, but is far from perfect at it. As none of us are. Nobody's perfect, okay? So don't think ill of him for not being perfect. He's just a man. And number 3, Jesus is such a good boy. I can't stress that enough. Such a good boy. Okay? There we go. What are our options? What are our options? Those are the things to consider. What are our options? See, this is why. Because failure is an option. He might drop them all and have 0, and then that's an option. And so if I'm looking for 5 options, I only throw 4 blueberries. It's counterintuitive, but it does make sense. I've done the math. So A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, D, 3, E, 4. What have we got? Definitely not Duda. Yay, bananas. Absolutely. Nana Hobob, bananas. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of banana love out there, which is fantastic. Showed up in the Well Done You as well. Mr. Roach, Pete wanted me to. There was a couple of those photos that involved bananas for no real reason. You know, he's just. That's his art. That's his art. So Nana Hobob's gone for a C2, thinking a 50%, which would be a very respectable result for a young boy like Jesus. So well done him. Definitely not Duda is B1. Okay. Thinking a little less of him, and that's fine. Then TB Douglas goes E. That's a big thing that's going to be perfect. TB Douglas. We've made our choices. Let's see how it all pans out.
Good luck to you all. I have my secondary camera here. Jesus, back here, babe. Come on. There's a good boy. Didn't I say he was a good boy? Did you doubt me?
Such a good boy.
So we have our blueberries here. We have our secondary camera recording.
This is the secondary camera.
Good luck, everybody, and good luck, Jesus. Okay, are you ready? Catch.
That's one.
Good boy. That's 1 for 1.
Such a good boy.
Second blueberry. Catch.
Look at his little head. Definitely not Duda. Out of it already.
Good boy. 2 for 2.
Should have had more faith in my boy. Definitely not
Here's another
Duda.
blueberry. Catch. Good boy. 3 for 3. He's a flippin' genius. One more and it's a perfect round. Okay, are you ready? He's so just locked in. Catch. Good boy. That is 4 for 4. 4 for 4. Whoever won this and guessed 4 for 4, congratulations, you have won. You
TB Douglas.
Give this meaning. God is on your side. You are going to have a terrific week. For those of you who didn't win this particular art
Nana
bet,
Hobob, definitely not
normally I
Duda.
would say it doesn't mean anything, but what that means is that you have a lack of faith in my son, and therefore you deserve to have a bad week.
Is that
Back
fair?
to you guys. You did so well. You can have another one.
Is that fair or is that not fair? Am I being unfair when I say that? Who knows? Gosh, look at him. Such a scruffy little good boy. Wonderful. Another successful art bet. Well done to all of you. I was being harsh there, but well...
Here comes a new challenger!
What? What? What is
And who and why? Is she for real? Am I going to die? Whose genes are these? How big is a crow? If you ask Notme, then you'll know.
What is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on, other not me, at all?
Yes, not me. I do. This is all about that email that I received from Holly Eldridge. Do you remember now?
Of course I do. Now I remember.
That's great. So why don't you pause this now, go to the Ask Not Me screen and explain the situation.
Will do, other not me. I'm playing with the form in a most delightful way. So yeah, I received an email from a young lady called Holly Eldridge. I say young. She may be old. She may be terribly, terribly old. But she asked a question. Oh, what a transition. And it was this question right here. How would you go about slicing an avocado into exactly equal pieces? I thought 3 things when I received this email. 1, what a strange question to ask. That's really, really odd. But I like it. I like oddness. Oddness works. Number 2, I thought I don't really have any great technique. I just do it by eye. I enjoy avocados when Cameraman George and I are cooking Mexican. And I do teach him 1 or 2 things when we're cooking the Mexican. So it's no great technique. I just slizzle it down the middle. Slizzle down the mizzle. That's my technique. And thirdly, I thought that's not a very adequate answer. So let's see if we can turn something into it. So I thought, what if we turn this weird question into a supplementary art bet? I didn't think it was quite good enough for a solo art bet, but a supplementary. Absolutely. So let's head back to the art bet and let's catch up with Notme again. You were all fooled, weren't you? When I was like, I don't know what's going on. You were all fooled.
Great. Now he's done rabbiting on.
Oi.
This is the avocado in question. I purchased it just this afternoon. It has a slight squidge to it, which says that it's quite ripe. Probably got a pretty sizable carbon footprint attached to it for me to be able to enjoy something like this all the way up here in Washington State. But that's another issue for another day. I shall divide this avocado with the aim of creating 2 identical halves. That's my challenge. Your art bet is simply, how identical will the halves be? Back to you, not me.
Ooh. So what are our things to consider here? 1, the avocado halves will be weighed to ascertain their identicality. So this isn't going to be that they look identical. It's going to be that she asked exactly equal pieces, and this is the best way I could think of to do that. They'll be weighed. The stone shall be discarded, doomed to a life of rot. Wow, that went very quickly. And all in all, the avocado weighs 184 grams. So slice in half, stone removed. Overall, it's 184 grams. How close will the 2 sides be? So let's crack on. Let's see what our options are. A, identical. You might have a lot of faith in me, and I respect that faith. B, 1 to 5 grams different. C, 6 to 10 grams different. D, 11 to 15 grams different. Or E, 16 plus grams of difference. Make your choices here. Oh, really? Generous, a bit of lag in the satellite feed. Apologies, guys. Hopefully that's all working out fine. I'm getting a green from the thing. 0 dropped frames. We are on 40 minutes, though. Gosh, we've got to push on. So let's make our choices, guys. Will I be identical? Or will I be a little bit off? Bit more off? Bit more off? Or bit more off? Make your choices. B's and C's. Okay, fair play, fair play. Got a lot of faith in me. Nana Hobob going for a D. Rock and roll, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Let's see how it turns out. Supplementary. Gosh, you lucky chaps.
Awesome.
Or
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, Cameraman George, get in here. Let's get a real good tight shot of this.
So Cameraman George is filming this.
We've got this little gentleman here. I think that's going to create problems. So what I'm going to do is just pop him out.
Tactics.
Pop him out there. I think that gives me a much better chance. And then I'm going to make my first incision. Okay. Well, I've made it now. The rest is up to God.
Is this tense? I'm feeling quite tense.
There's the 2 halves. Sorry. There's the 2 halves. Yeah?
Excuse me.
I'm going to get rid of this fellow. That's got a little bit of the flesh on it, so I don't know how that's going to play into things. Let's bring in the scale, shall we? I go with an Ozeri scale, personally, and I shall be using grams. So just wait. Okay, so we're at 0 grams. We can verify that, Cameraman George.
0
Perfect.
grams.
Half A. 84 grams. Okay, 84 grams.
84.
I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty confident with that. And now for the moment of truth.
Tension building.
71 grams.
Ouch.
So if you
Nana Hobbob.
If you won,
Nana Hobbob.
congratulations. Give this victory meaning. This is going to be a great... I didn't do as well as it's fine. Give this victory meaning. This is going to be a great week for you. God is on your side. 13 grams seems...
He's not happy.
If you didn't win, don't worry about it. It doesn't mean a thing. And Holly Eldridge, I hope that is a sufficiently exciting way for me to answer your question. So there it is.
He's not happy, was he? He just cut it off straight away. Cut it off straight away. It'll still make a fine toast. It will. It will. If I didn't have some bacon waiting for me, I'd certainly have it this morning. I could have it both. Avocado and bacon. Nana Hobbob, just bringing the creative ideas. I love that. We've got a short video, because we are incredibly over, but we do have a short video that we're going to go for. It is the final installment of the Slimpressionism season, because it's getting towards the end of February now, and if you're not going to get fit and healthy now, then you're never going to. So this is your last chance. Speaking of fit and healthy, I had a picture of Tiger Woods as well. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. Tiger Woods. Let me know if you want it. That's fine. So this is a little piece that I like to call Eat Your Green.
Green, I love my green. I have more of the green than you, my friend, have ever seen. This green is good, yeah, green is my life. Green guarantees that while I'm living, I won't feel no strife. I watch Blu-rays and I fly to foreign lands. My green means my soda is always name brand. My life is top drawer, I bought it in store. But I don't want what I have, baby, I want more. I wanna buy a car, probably a Jaguar. Then flick a switch and it flies just like a shooting star. I wanna buy a pill that gives me crazy skills. Go one-on-one with Messi and it's like 10 mil. I wanna buy a dog that vomits eggnog, and he can talk, so if I'm bored we'd have a dialogue. I wanna buy Lucy Lou, we get some matching tattoos, and we just hang out and chill, probably some kissing too. But now I feel so sad, I overspent a tad. Maybe drinking home brand soda wouldn't have been so bad.
And there we go. A thought-provoking look there. There it is. Family Simile winner. Family Simile winner. Do we want a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll? We don't have a drum roll. All we have is the winner, which is definitely not Duda, coming in right at the end there with As Smooth as Jesus catching blueberries. Little thing about me, if you include Jesus, there is a good chance that you will win. I am a little bit biased in that regard, but well done, definitely not Duda. You will take pride of place on the ticker for next week, because that is it now. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get a slide to the right. Thank you so much for watching and for getting involved for this longest ever episode. They just seem to be getting longer and longer, and I do apologise for that. I want it to be, succinct. I want it to be bite-sized. Definitely not Duda said, I would like the photo of Don Cheadle signed by you. That's great. DM me, slide into my DMs with your address, with your mailing address, and I will send that to you wherever you are in the world. It's only a piece of paper. It's not going to cost that much money. But if anybody else wants any of the other ones, There's the Wayans brothers at the premiere of White Chicks. I don't know if that was for White Chicks 1 or any of the sequels. But thank you so much for getting involved. TB Douglas, Definitely Not Duda, Nana Hobob, wonderful, wonderful people. If you have questions, if you want to get involved in the show, if you have a piece, something that you've drawn that you want to send to me, that you want me to put on the backdrop, I'll do it. If you have a toast to you, to me, to blah, 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 something rhyming with me, let me know and I'll put it in. This is your show as much as mine, even though I do everything to do with it. But thank you so much for watching. You're wonderful people. I wish you I am Notme. I am Art, and I'm wishing you a very happy and creative week ahead. This is the final week of Black History Month, guys. So just enjoy that, yeah? Celebrate that. Until next week.
What a great show we all made just now. It was creative, live and divine. You did wonderful work, so go and take a bow. Just a slightly smaller bow than mine. So I'll see you right here next week, same time. What will happen, gosh, I just don't know. But I can promise you this, I'm going to blow your mind. Next week on the Most Week Show.